Welcome back to Spokane, Washington, as today we have Stadium Review episode number 22, as we're at the home of the Spokane Indians, Avista Stadium. The Spokane Indians compete in minor league baseball, as the high A single A affiliate to the Colorado Rockies. Spokane, Washington has a really rich history of minor league baseball, which dates all the way back to 1892, when they first had a team in the Pacific Northwest League. That team then adopted the current name of the Indians in 1903. And I know what you're probably thinking, the Indians, are they going to be allowed to keep that name going forward? And the answer is actually yes, because the ball club has developed a really strong relationship with the Spokane tribe of Indians, whose ancestors inhabited parts of Washington, Idaho, and Montana. And this strong relationship dates back to 2006, when the team went through a rebranding effort and was considering changing the name but wanted to approach the tribe first. And the tribe was in support of keeping the name. So the ball club then developed a logo in the native Salish language to commemorate and honor the people that the team's actually named after, which I think is a fantastic gesture and a great way to honor this community instead of just changing the name. And I will break this down in an additional video coming soon. The Indians play in Avista Stadium, which is located in Spokane Valley and was originally built in 1958 and named Fairgrounds Ballpark due to the location real close to the fairgrounds. But during that time, it was also known as Indian Stadium. Then from 1994 to 1999, the stadium was referred to as Seafirst Stadium after the Seafirst Bank. Then in 1999, the stadium was renamed to its current name of Avista Stadium, after a power company headquartered out in Spokane. The ballpark, which was only built in less than 4 months, currently has a seating capacity of 6,803 and has gone through some major renovations throughout the years. But with a capacity of just under 7,000, it's definitely one of the larger ballparks in Class A baseball. When arriving at the stadium, you're greeted with free parking and pretty reasonable ticket prices, which makes this a very affordable experience. And the stadium is also located right next to the county fairgrounds. And once you go through the main gates of the stadium, you're immediately on the Concourse. And this is a very unique ballpark, because most of the times the concourses are tucked away underneath the seats of the ballpark. However, here, the concourse is actually outside of the seating bowl itself, as the seating bowl is trimmed with a lot of bushes and shrubs and a big hill that builds up to the stadium. This is a really unique design that I haven't seen a whole lot, and that's probably because this ballpark was built all the way back in the 50s with different technology and different means to build it. But when it's a nice night out like what we had, it's really nice to be out in the open air on the concourse, and it gives a lot of space to the concourse for a lot of different fun things and activities to be set up in that area. However, the downside of this is when it's not a nice night outside, there's nowhere really to hide from the rain. Now, part of the seating bowl is covered by a roof, but you wouldn't be able to fit everyone in attendance under that roofed area, which means that you're probably gonna get wet. The night that we were there, they had a really fun promotion going on, where they brought in farm animals to create a little bit of a petting zoo. And if you know me well, you know that I absolutely love animals, so I probably spent a little bit too much time petting all the different goats, llamas, and alpacas, but they were really soft. And it's a great activity for kids. Also on the concourse, they had a mini baseball diamond, where they were pitching wiffle ball to some kids. And they also had a pitching radar gun station, where you could test your speed. It's been quite some time since my baseball days when I pitched, but I did hit the mid-60s, which is okay. All the concessions are also out in this area, and it really felt nice being a concession line in a nice summer breeze, instead of being trapped on a stuffy dark concourse. However, my favorite thing on the concourse has to be all the Salish language that's used, as with part of the baseball club's effort to really incorporate the Spokane tribe of Indians into the team's identity, almost every sign of the concourse has language in both English and the native Salish language, which is a beautiful and fantastic touch, as it creates some really unique branding and also really gets at the community element of what the team's going for behind the name. Alright, now let's head on through the tunnel underneath the stands and into the main seating bowl. So the seating's set up around the diamond, from foul pole to foul pole. There's sections of seating right up near the field, followed by a walkway that wraps around, then with another section of seating right behind that. Up above the higher level of seating, there are some private little boxes there, as they kind of look weird as big giant concrete blocks. But nearly all of them are covered by the awning, which stretches around the seats all the way from first base to third base in the upper levels. Once you're past the dugouts and the bases, the lower section has these private mini boxes right on the side of the field, before the seats even start. And then the upper sections are all bleachers further out. We actually sat in the very front row, right close to third base, and the tickets were only $14 there, which I thought was a really fair price. There are no seats out in left field as the fence is really tall out there. However, out in right center field, the fence dips down to a much shorter height. And there are some private party decks out there, including the Coors Light Caboose, which is an old caboose train that can be rented out by private parties. And something really cool about that train is during the game, I actually saw a train passing by over the right field fence behind the caboose. And to me, this definitely made you feel like you were out west, with the trees, the mountains, and an old train running by. And also out in right field, there's another kid zone out there with a batting cage, and you also have the opportunity to get really close to the Spokane Indians bullpen. Something else that I really loved about the layout of the ballpark was the press box that's perched high up above the roof of the stadium. It's definitely an older design to see the press box just attached up on top of the stadium as kind of an additional separate structure, but it does have a manual scoreboard on it that they had changed for every run, which I thought was a really cool element. The atmosphere during the games is really fun, so before I showed outside on the concourse and kind of the fun things to do out there. But they also have a lot of fun things going on during the games, like t-shirts and fun activities and games for kids to come down to the field and participate in. I really enjoyed both the mascots because they're really animated and really involved with the crowd, and my favorite was definitely Ribby the Red Band Trout. During the play of the game too, there's a lot of fun atmosphere involved with the fans, as they give you these K signs to wave about for every time a Spokane pitcher gets a strikeout, and they also have a song that they play after each run that the team scores. And everyone in the stands claps along to the song. It's pretty cool, kind of similar to a goal song in hockey, and not something I've seen at a whole lot of baseball stadiums. The fan atmosphere too was pretty good and engaging, and they had a pretty good crowd on hand that night, with a total attendance of 5,015. And that's probably what I'd expect from Spokane, considering that the Spokane Chiefs hockey team also has a really great fan base. So be sure to check out my last stadium review video on the Spokane Chiefs arena. And for a fun fact about the stadium, it actually hosted the first ever WHL outdoor game in 2011. And that was a game that the Chiefs actually won by a final score of 11-2. Safe to say they put on a good show for their home crowd. We had to check out some of the food options both before and during the game. And the food was actually pretty reasonably priced, and before the game they actually have discounted drinks in what they call their happy hour before the game starts. We tried out these sausages, which were pretty good, as well as a pretzel, which was good as well. And we also tried some of the local pizza. I love when stadiums source their food from locally based vendors, and it was actually so good we forgot to take a picture of it. The game itself was a real good battle against the Everett Aqua Sox, who are the single-A affiliate of the Seattle Mariners. And since we were in the state of Washington, a lot of the people out there are Seattle Mariners fans, so they're conflicted between who to cheer for. The Indians trailed for the whole game, but made a big push for a comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning, but pulled up just one run short, as they ended up losing the game to the Aqua Sox by a final score of 6-5. Now for souvenirs, there are a lot of fun different things to talk about here. So for every baseball stadium that I go to, I always get a baseball. And I got this really cool one that has the Salish logo on it because I absolutely love that logo and the respect shown towards the native population. And it also had my favorite dude, Ribby the Red Band Trout, with my favorite color, light blue, wrapping around the ball. And I also did get a hat as well, with Spokane spelled out in the native language. It's a really cool hat to wear around, especially where I live in Wisconsin, because a lot of people ask me questions about what is it and what does it mean, which opens the door up to a really cool conversation. In addition, I made sure to take home these headbands from the Red Band Rally, which is a campaign that the baseball club teamed together with the Spokane Tribe of Indians and the city of Spokane to help protect the river waters around the Spokane area, with the symbol of the campaign being the red band trout, which is an extremely important symbol to the native people. And I will put a link below in the description of this video to the Spokane Indians website where they talk about the Red Band Rally and the community fund organization formed around it. And I find it pretty cool that a portion of everything that they sell in the team shop with the Red Band logo on it is set aside to be donated to the fund. Thank you so much for watching this video. This stadium is absolutely awesome to visit, and I love the history and the story to go along with the team. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see lots more videos just like this one. And my girlfriend hid from the camera, so now she's required to be in the video. In addition, if you want to stay up to date with all the different stadiums that I'm going to, and spoiler alert, there will be a lot this summer, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Spencer A. Collins, where I'll be posting where I'm visiting long before the stadium review episodes are out. And in addition, I'm going to be releasing a video soon with more details about the Red Band Rally, the Spokane Tribe of Indians, and their connection with the ball club, as well as another special piece of merchandise that I purchased in support of this cause. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.